Mighty Morphin Power Rangers / Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, or Mighty Morphin Power Rangers vs Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, has just dropped on Comixology, and I finished reading it. I've read it twice, and overall, it was a pretty fun issue to read. Now, first thing coming in mind, people are going to ask, is this canon to the comic, or the TV show, or the Turtles comic, or the Turtles TV show? This is pretty much set in its own continuity, doing its own thing, because it doesn't really acknowledge any of the stuff that happened in Shattered Grid so far, or any of the stuff happening in the mainline comics. This is basically a one-shot set in its own universe, doing its own thing, so it's not really canon, it's basically non-canon. So if you're upset about this being canon to the Power Ranger comic universe or TV show universe, I'm pretty sure it's non-canon, for sure. But I think Ryan did say in an interview he's going to probably make some sort of reference to the Next Mutation and the Power Rangers in Space crossover we got like 20 years ago. So I think Ryan said he's going to make some sort of reference to that later down the line. Who knows, we'll find out when we find out. But overall, this comic was basically a 4 out of 5, an 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. I mean, the artwork was... Okay, I gotta talk about the artwork, because everyone was worried about the artwork, or the artist when it was first announced, because the artist for this comic is Simone Di Maio. He did the artwork for Beyond the Grid, and Beyond the Grid's artwork had a very, very rocky start, up until issue 36, where he had some assistants and stuff like that, and other people had to come in and help him. And then after issue 35, his artwork was actually, I don't want to say bad or decent, but it was basically on point. And his artwork in this comic is much like that later run of Beyond the Grid, issue 36 to 39, where you see like his anime-like style with the shiny gloss on it, and his designs look really good. I do like his turtle designs and his ranger designs for the Mighty Morphin team. They do look really good, and the colors by Walter really stand out. So overall, like, the art is good. I was worried about the art because it was Simone or Simon doing it again. So the art does look good, and Ryan is writing this. Ryan Parrott, who was writing Go-Go Power Rangers and Mighty Morphin at the time, he's doing a good job at this, because this comic, in my opinion, overall is just plain fan service, seeing two big 90s icons coming together and just hanging out in one comic. So this is pretty much fan service all up, so just don't take it too seriously, because to me this is just one big fan service comic. It's got a story going on in the background, but when I first started reading, I was like, yeah, this is definitely fan service. You have the Power Rangers fighting the Ninja Turtles, they're interacting with one another, there's Shredder, Karai shows up. This comic is mostly fan service, and is it fan service done right? Well, I don't know, we'll have to give it a few more issues to make that call, but this was a very big fan service issue with a plot in the way. So let's talk about the plot of Power Rangers vs Ninja Turtles. So it starts off with the Power Rangers fighting monsters. They're kicking butt, they're fighting monsters, they save the day. Meanwhile, in New York City, you've got the Ninja Turtles doing their Ninja Turtles thing. They're fighting the Foot Clan, but one of the brand new Foot Clan soldiers, their officer, their new leader, is Tommy Oliver. Tommy Oliver is working for the Foot Clan in this comic, and the Rangers don't know where he is. Apparently he went missing, and they're unable to find him, but you can kind of guess when you're reading the comic what Tommy is doing. He's working undercover. Spoilers if you haven't read the issue yet, but basically, if you piece it together really quickly, Tommy is undercover working for the Foot Clan with the alias Tommy Marshall. Now, when Tommy was first announced in this comic, because he was front and center, Green Ranger on the cover, he's leaping towards the reader, I was kind of dreading that this would be a Tommy-focused issue. Like, we got to save Tommy, Tommy's evil, oh no, what are we going to do about Tommy? He's a bad guy now. But luckily, that's not the case. Tommy's doing his own thing, he's undercover. But then I also remembered, Tommy in the comic is more interesting than Tommy in the TV show, hands down. So I kind of forgot about that little fact. Comic Tommy is cooler than TV show Tommy. But yeah, Tommy does look really cool in his Foot Clan getup. I do like that outfit, and it's cool with him interacting with characters like Karai and stuff like that, or even the Ninja Turtles itself. So Tommy's undercover, he fights the Ninja Turtles, he morphs, and the other Rangers track him down because Tommy's been missing and Tommy didn't tell him where they were going, because it's an undercover mission. So Tommy and the Rangers, they all meet up, but we also get this really cool fight between the Ninja Turtles and the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and I gotta say, it's a really cool fight. I did like the artwork for this fight. It was really cool. The dialogue was really fun. The dialogue with the Turtles and the Power Rangers interacting is more fun than I thought it would, because there's Donnie interacting with Billy, and Donnie's asking all these questions, and he asked one of the main weird questions that people ask about Power Rangers. How can he play the Dragon Dagger with the helmet on? Which, just a little bit of meta humor about the series there, which did make me laugh, because they're talking all this techno mumbo jumbo, and then the last question is, hey, how can a guy play a Dragon Dagger or a flute with the helmet on? Which, fun little gag, got a laugh out of me. But I did like the actions with Jason versus Leo, Kimberly and Trini versus Raph. Like, everyone's jumping around, fighting each other, which is really cool. And then at the end, you've got the Shredder showing up. The Shredder's going to make some sort of appearance. Probably going to team up with Rita Repulsa, and she'll make the Shredder grow big, and they'll probably have to fight Super Giant Shredder with the Megazord. I'm guessing that's going to be the climax once we get near the end eventually. Who knows? But I did enjoy this really first issue because, like I said, it's mostly fan service, but I do like seeing the Turtles interact with the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Like, Ryan knew how to write these characters. He knew what he was doing. He knew what to do with these characters and write them in that specific way. Ninja Turtles is definitely worth the read. Check it out. If you're a fan of Power Rangers, you'll like it. If you're a fan of Ninja Turtles, you'll like it. If you're a fan of both series, you'll definitely like it, because if you're a fan of both franchises, this comic is definitely for you. If I had one little nitpick, and it's a dumb little nitpick, why didn't we get a Ninja Steel or a Ninja Storm team up with the Ninja Turtles? Oh well, it is what it is. I mean, Mighty Morphin sells, because it's what everyone grew up on, but either way, this comic is definitely worth the read. Check it out. Ryan did a really good job writing it, and check it out. It's a fun little read. But anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap things up here. If you enjoyed this comic review, slap that like button, and if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. It really means a lot to me. Anyway, guys, peace out, and thanks for watching. Take care of yourself.